you actually did not like the Bill Belichick move as much as some other people did. Explain your reasoning on that.
Yeah, I just don't think it makes any sense overall. So we went from what 82 to 70 and year and age, right? Okay, let's think about all the dynamics of Bill. Does Bill like to talk? No. So how's recruiting going to go? Does I mean imagine Bill been in your living room and you trying to convince you to send your child to North Carolina? It's not going to happen. So then you have that. Um, how many max contracts did we have with Bill Belichick at New England?
Not many.
Now we
Not
in a
many.
yeah,
Tom,
okay. So
Tom
now
Brady.
we even he took pay cuts. Yeah,
Yeah,
so not
Tom
necessarily
wanted his offensive line to get paid, so he never was
yeah,
the
so he
highest
never
paid.
really messed up. You know what I mean? And so you got that, and then now these kids, you got like average guys just wanting like 40,000 a month now with NIL deals. Like if they got just a little bit of hype behind them, they don't want at least 40,000 a month. So he's not going to be up for that. And yeah, they may have staff and coaches delegated to that, but at the end of the day, he has to agree to want to pay that type of money of some sort. Like he has to be in the midst of that. He don't like paying people. Like he's old school. He believes you grind and get what you deserve based off how you play. So that's not going to work, in my opinion. And then you have how old is his wife?
Old.
20, 26, 25,
26.
something like that.
Okay. 26. You're going to bring her around 19 to 24, 5 young
Dude,
men.
they can have
And
a threesome. They can have a threesome.
what are we talking here? You know what I mean? So then you lose your wife and then into this. And then on top of that, I mean, I don't want to disrespect or say anything crazy, but then and I'm on y'all show, so I'm gonna guess. But
You
yeah, and
can.
then you gotta think about it. He came with a 400-page demand letter. Now, if somebody came up to you like tonight, if you know when you sent me the invitation and things like that, I was like, hey, Earl, here's 400 demands that that you have to comply with in order for me to come on my show. You're like the hell with it. We good, Q. Like it just doesn't make sense. So when somebody come to a job and they have a 400-page demand letter, then your son has to succeed you. It's like, and to be honest, he really wants to be in the NFL. He doesn't want to coach. He's settling. So, and everybody in college football is doing what? Going younger.
Uh-huh.
So we went from 80 to 72. Whoop de do. Way to go, Carolina. We really outdid ourselves in this one.
Well,
And
they're
like
doing that in the NFL, going younger for coaches too.
you
I
have
mean,
to. The game has changed, and there's no more blue collar hard work atmosphere no more. Like these kids are highly skilled, and we're not physical anymore. So to think that you could, have 2-a-days, 3-a-days, and all these camp times and stuff, even the rules are changing in NFLPA. Like you can't have these 2-a-days and stuff like that. Like, and you're only limited with pads and stuff like that. Like when I was going out, they was starting to create that. The game is softer now, so you can't have an old school, tough, rugged coach coaching young kids who is all about their stats and money. It ain't gonna work.
well, you brought up something too that I'd like to ask you from your perspective, being a first round pick.
Mhm.
And now, like Saban got out because he's like, we can't teach these young men anymore because now they're talking to families, and it's like, well, how much money is my son going to make? It's not about how do you develop and do you keep a certain grade point average so they stay eligible, or do you have a study hall? Like all the questions when I was coming up that if they didn't answer
Better.
them the right way and didn't focus on education and what they're doing, my dad was like, nah, we're out. Like we're not going to finish this conversation. And so, do you think the NIL has changed the fact of how these kids approach the game and what they see? Because you brought up Belichick, is
Yeah.
he going to go and be like, "Oh yeah, you're a 4-star out of Houston, Texas"?
I don't
Is he
think he's
going to
gonna. I don't
is
think
he
he's
going to
gonna
spend the
touch it
time
at
to
all.
go do it? He's going to delegate, you know that.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
But then when it comes down to it, and they get to campus, and he's sitting in the office, and they're having the conversation, and it's like, well, I got offered from Alabama 50 plus a condo or whatever. Is he going to entertain that and try to adjust to the times, or is he just going to be like, hey, you guys handle it, I'm just going to be the face?
I think he's gonna delegate, like you said. I think he's gonna be the face. I think Belichick is about 2 years into this job before he's done. I really think he just settled for this. And honestly, I wish that Carolina would just take the money, donate it to his charity so he can get the money and then say, hey, we messed up and find a coach that actually fits. I mean, just think about this. We have the number 2 Nike contract. We have Jordan Brand. We are surrounded by, let's say, with 3 HBCUs, North Carolina State and Duke, and then just a couple small colleges. So it's really college town that you can't miss. And then you got an all girls school in Raleigh and Meredith. Like, so you have all this, and then you got the tech moving heavily into Raleigh. I say all that to say, like, how can you lose? Like, how are you not dominating the recruiting? You have the Jordan Brand, number 2 Nike contract, and we have some of the greatest of great, you got Julius Peppers and Michael Jordan. I would be using them like, hey, I got a big time recruit here. I just need you to get on the phone and kind of encourage him and to kind of come to North Carolina. Who's saying no to who's Julius Peppers? Or have Michael Jordan make like some type of, video, because he probably not going to be on the phone with him, but make a video or something, right? And then just say his name. How can he turn it down?